Hey guys, welcome back to another King Arthur video. Today we're going to be looking at the top tips that I wish I had known before starting playing this game. Things that I wish I had known to avoid mistakes. Now I want to thank Netmarble for sponsoring today's video. If you want to play the game, the link is in my description and pinned comment. You can play it on all the devices, mobile, Android, iOS, all the different devices available, and on PC, and all your account progress is linked. But with that being said, let's dive into the first tip that I think you should absolutely know. The first tip that I'm going to recommend is don't rush to level powerful heroes. Now, you might be going through different video guides, watching different creators, and a lot of them talking about the power of Bedivere. Bedivere is one of the strongest damage dealers that I have, and it's the one that I've invested the most amount of my resources into so far because of his absolute strong damage and hit with his A2 and his individual passes where he has a chance to attack a random enemy with an additional hit. He ignores a lot of defense. He can trigger cooldowns. He can add buffs. He's very strong damage dealer. But when you level up a character, if you rank them up, once you get to rank 3, you unlock their second passive. Once you get to rank 5, you unlock their third passive. Now, the big power curve of Bedivere is in this dominant position. Being able to hit one time after you've used your first ability. It's on a 3-turn cooldown, but you can basically hit another random enemy. But if you get it to level 3, you hit 2 random enemies. This is a lot of damage. This is an extreme high amount of damage. So getting this leveled is more invaluable than getting these other ones leveled. But once you hit rank 5, well, now it's random, because when you're leveling up these abilities, you can't pick which ability you're going to level up. And these required materials you're not going to be swimming in them for a while. You have to beat Master of Death 5, and I haven't even unlocked it yet, and I've been playing for a couple of weeks at this point. So you want to make sure that if you're going to do this, you get it all on this one. Now, I got lucky with my first upgrade. It went to dominant position, but it could easily have gone all into this. And this has a cost of 4 upgrades. We're talking potentially 20 of these materials I might need before I even start leveling this up. What you could do is not level him straight away. Leave him at rank 2. Upgrade this first, then ranking up to basically get yourself a bit of an advantage. That is what I would recommend here. Don't rush to level characters if there is a particular passive on the first passive that is really valuable. The other thing about leveling up characters that is a bit of an issue is gold. And this is kind of like my second tip with my first tip. Gold is the biggest resource drain for your account in King Arthur. You will struggle if you go crazy spending things without taking into consideration the gold that you need. You can see right now, I'm suffering. I'm on 28,000 gold. And little things that you think you should do will easily drain your gold away. Things like upgrading high-level gear. If you have a 6-star piece, you might be thinking, this is great, I should level this up. Enhancing this is incredibly expensive. We're talking 213,000 gold. That's going to be a lot more than, say, a 4-star, which is 78,000 gold. There's a big difference between 5 and 6-star upgrading. So when you're upgrading, be mindful. Gold is going to be limited. And in particular in hero progression, everything costs gold. If I want to level up my hero, just leveling up 1 level here is going to cost me 165,000 gold. If I want to awaken, it's going to cost me 110,000 gold. If I want to level up my abilities, it's going to cost me gold. If I want to go and empower, use chivalry, it's very expensive. Look how much it will go to. Like just going to 5 is 165,000, and this gold cost increases. Now, where is this particularly relevant is going to be on rares and uncommons, because you will get a lot of rares and uncommons in the game. You can see I've got quite a few of them already at +5 here, at chivalry 5. And you might be tempted to go in and just go, I've got loads of them. Let's just keep upgrading all of them. But look how expensive this gets, 105,000. If I have 5 uncommons and I'm just upgrading them from 1 to 2 to 3, it gets really expensive. It is really something to keep in mind, that it can be extremely expensive. And to some extent, I did this and I stopped doing it, because you can see I've got plenty to do here. I've got 19 of these 3. It'll probably take all of my gold to do this. So don't rush to level up your characters too soon if you need to do the passives. And keep in mind that when you level them up, it's expensive to do it. So don't do it unless you absolutely plan to use them for something at that moment in time, because before long, you'll realize you run out of gold. You just run out of gold doing things. And then you're back to a position of, okay, where do I go and get that gold? And it's not as easy to get a lot of gold quickly. in the game, you have to go and kind of farm it and grind it out. So you might be kind of like, it might stall your progression on a character you really need, on a legend you really need to upgrade for a couple of days until you get back up into a positive economy. The other top tip that I would suggest, get into a clan early. I'm part of the CLS cluster here. I'll put the link in the description to that Discord if you want to join the CLS cluster. They have a bunch of different clans, competitive, casual, however you want to do it. But getting into a clan early is really important because of this attendance bonus. A clan is made up of 25 members. Look at these rewards that you get by just having a weekly clan contribution. We're going to have all of these rewards, and as you level up your clan, it gets stronger. The particular thing to note here, you're getting the legendary summons, right? We're getting these special summon tokens where you can get uncommon to legendary heroes. Now, these are not the boosted banners. They're not the ones with like the sort of bluey color. These are just basically the things that you would normally get legendary heroes from. If you get this on reset, you get 1 per reset here, right? And this will go all the way up. Once you start getting to level 20, you're going to get 3 of these. So having clan participation and attendance is really important. You can see as long as every member of the clan logs in, every member of the clan is going to get a special summon token per day, and also clan tokens. And you might be saying, well, what's clan tokens for? Clan tokens can be used in the clan shop. This is where you can get access to guaranteed weapons. So if you really, really like Tristan you get for free in the campaign, you can get his other weapons here by just joining a clan. You also can get the Sergius and Florentius, which you get from Arena. These are where you get the weapons, and you'll get 10 Storm Relics a month. So being in a clan, very important. You get legendary summons every day. You get access to some good rewards. You also get some clan missions that are important from an experience point of view. But generally, that's where you want to be in a clan every single day. You'll also get access to the clan raid, where again, you can get more rewards. So being in a clan, very important. Get into one early. If you want to join the cluster, I'll leave a link to the description of this video. You can absolutely join it. The other thing that I would say is an absolute top tip for everyone is remember to do your daily, weekly, and monthly missions. Some of these things will actually be difficult for you to do if you don't do them every single day. Specifically, doing things like logging clan attendance and winning in the arena and clearing Forbidden Dungeon. And the most important one is probably Sealed Temple, because Sealed Temple has a limited number per day. Make sure you log in and you do all of them. You only have to do 9, but you will always get more than 9. And you get some really good rewards here. You'll get your ability to get a rare or a common summon hero. You get a guaranteed special summon token by doing your daily missions. 100 energy here. 50 of these crystals, which you need for summoning and doing lots of different things, refilling energy. You get access to things like crafting materials. Very important stuff. On a weekly level, you'll get access to weapon summoning materials. You'll get access to actual legendary summoned relic shards. So these are very important for you to do. I've just had a monthly reset. Look what I can get. 2 of these. I can get access to more weapon relic summonings. I can get access to legendary power-up materials. So absolutely go in and do these dailies every single day. Power-up should be the place where you go to do all these things every single day. The other thing I want to talk about is Forbidden Dungeon. Now, this is something that I didn't understand. I got stuck at stage 22, and I thought, oh, well, I can't do anything because I've played towers in the past, and I'm like, okay, I'm stuck, I can't go back. Remember, if you've completed a stage, you can farm the stage from the previous stage here, okay? So if you can't progress any further, you still can use your daily tokens and get some rewards. And why is this important? Because you need it for things like the Knight's Pass. Right, to do this, you need to do 100, and there is a limited amount per day. So if you forget to do them, you won't get this reward here. You might struggle to get this monthly mission done, because if you forget to do it, you use only a finite amount you can do. If you can keep pushing to the 5 floor, you'll get a refresh every single time. But if you can't, then you need to do them every day. So don't forget to do your Forbidden Dungeon every day. And it's the same thing with the Sealed Temple. You can only do this 5 times a day. It is tied to the missions. This is where you're going to get your leveling up materials. So trying to do this every day is very important. Even if you can only do stage 1, I'd recommend you do this every single day. Another top tip that I wish that I had known somewhat is the arena. Sometimes in arena, when you're fighting, you can get a good matchup here. Like, I'm pretty strong. This is going to mean that I'm going to win. But often I might make against this. I'm like, I can't really win. And I'll refresh it. Once you do 3 refreshes, you run out of refreshes and you have to use diamonds. And you don't necessarily want to use these crystals because you want to save them. Now, what you can do is fight and lose, and it will rematch your board. So what that basically means is if you get a situation where it's like 30,000, 30,000, 30,000, you know you can't win. Doesn't matter, give it a go. You will lose, but then your next board might be ones you can win, and there is no daily limit to how many times you can fight. And winning in Arena is very important because this is the only place where you can get Sergius and Florentius. So if you really want to collect those legends, you have to do Arena because you have nearly had enough to be able to get this. You also get Tristan's Chivalry. You can get more Tristans here and also Arthur's. But I would recommend you get the Sergius and the Florentius first before you go and get anything else because those unlock those legends for you. So it's absolutely valuable for you to keep fighting in Arena. There's no daily limit. If you just get a bad matchup, just lose and go again. That's the best way. I didn't realize this. I tried to refresh 3 times and then I was like, I'm stuck. I'm going to have to wait for the next day. No, just lose, go again, lose, go again. It's absolutely fine to do that. And now the other thing that I actually didn't know, and this is something that I learned, is about the 3-starring of campaigns. So you can see here, when you're doing normal campaign, which is where you're at probably, you'll get some pretty powerful rewards by 3-starring everything. We're talking special summon tokens, some of this mythic mana orbs, really, really good. Lots of crystals. But you need to be able to 3-star things. Now, most games, when you 3-star something, you have to 3-star it all at the same time. But actually, you don't need to in King Arthur. So, for example, this requires you to have 2 supports, win in 20 turns, and have everyone survive and defeat the boss. You don't necessarily need to run these in combination. If you've already won it with 2 supports, you now don't need to have 2 supports if you can then win in 20 turns to get the 3-star. The bonus clear objectives are separate. You don't have to do them at the same time. You can do them in 2 different battles. This should help you with some of the more complex starring options or difficult battles, right? If you're struggling to do this with 2 control heroes and survive, then just do it with 2 control heroes once, then do it with the ones that you know you can survive, like the supports. That is a big tip because these rewards here, especially when you start getting into hard, are very good, like a legendary Awakening Stone selection, a legendary Talisman selection. These are very valuable rewards for your account. Getting mythic mana orbs is very valuable. So that's what I would recommend you do. Try to approach it in a way that you can do it independently. You don't have to do them together. And then I've got 2 final tips here. The first one is don't ignore the night training camp. I did the first one and I was like, okay, I'm done. And then it unlocked the second one. I forgot about it, but actually there's quite a lot of good rewards here. 150 crystals, a free legendary summon here. These are good rewards to do. There's probably a third one as well. I absolutely should do it. I haven't done it, but don't ignore these things. You know, these are pretty easy things for you to do. I would recommend you do this, get your free rewards in here. And the final tip that I have for you is manage your summons sensibly. Okay, the rate up banners are very good at getting these characters, these legends, but there is a clear defined mercy system. You get a legendary after 60. So what I would recommend you do is make sure within the 9 days you hit that 60, but you don't dive into it further. What do I mean by this? I have 25 summons right now. If I don't get another summon before now and the 9th day, I will be wasting my mercy opportunity here. It would be far better for me to have 60 up front so that I know I definitely will get a legendary on this particular summoning event. Same thing with a little bit with like special summons. You will get a similar banner with this. Now, special summons are not really a problem because they're fixed and permanent. But with the rate up, you never want to be in a situation because what will happen is when this rate up summoning resets, this guaranteed summon will also reset. Okay, so try to be optimized and optimal with this. And I would also recommend you save your crystals for the rate up banner if you really want to, rather than use them on the special summon, because you will always get special summon tokens, but you may not get the opportunity for the rate up one when it comes in next. And often it will be a new character or new legend or a legend you don't have. And it's the best opportunity to get that legend. You can see, for example, if it reaches 0, you have a 50% chance to summon a legendary hero and a 50% chance to summon a rate up hero. So that basically means that, you know, you've got a very strong possibility that it's going to be Guinevere when you actually hit that 60. If you want Guinevere, it's the best opportunity. So I would recommend you save your crystals for the rate up here. So those are my pro tips, things that I wish that I had known when I started playing this game, that I would have saved a lot of resources. Make sure you keep an eye on those things when you're playing the game and progressing through the game. I really want to thank the team over at Netmarble for sponsoring today's video and for making such an amazing game. If you want to play the game, if you're looking at this and you've never seen the game before, there's a link in my description. Click the link to download the game right now. You can play it on mobile, across Android, iOS, or on PCs, and all your account progress is linked so you can play it on all the devices with one single account. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next video.